Had you unbuttoned him?
Nope.
There's a... Oh, nice. Toasty. It's a toasty. Ooh, toasty. Wow. Wow, wow. Oj, nu blir mamma blöd.
Okay, monsieur. That's enough splashing around for you. We've got some news to share. So we have some good news and some bad news. Maybe first the bad news. It looks like the next series of Chateau DIY won't hit UK television screens until the spring, which, as you know, has historically impacted what we can show you on YouTube. However, in some very good news, after a really productive and positive call with the production team, it transpires that the rules around what we can and can't share with you have been relaxed somewhat, which means our adventures can continue unabated and unabridged. That also means that we need to fill you in on a few things which we hadn't had a chance to share with you until now. In our last episode, you'll recall that we unveiled the stone arch, which we have been working very hard to create, with a huge thanks to our stonemason, Brian. During that time, there was also a lot going on behind the scenes in what will be our new living space. Here's a recap on some of the main works we managed to get done in that time. First up, the ceilings. Between Nicole, me and my stepdad, John, we managed to put all the rails up on the ceilings, ready to hold the plasterboard.
Nick, that's not my good side.
Oh. But all sides are your good side. And with a little bit of extra help from the likes of Adam and Kurt, we also got the plasterboards up too. Under Noah's careful supervision, of course. Including in the snug, leaving only the main supporting beams on show. Although not without at least one mishap. From there, Paul and I laid the travertine in the kitchen and dining room spaces, although not before unloading over a ton of slabs from our trailer, which we picked up directly from a local stone cutting yard. The plasterer plastered the ceilings and the walls, and once the plaster had dried, we also managed to paint the walls and ceilings. And I also grouted most of the floors, laid the floor in the bedroom, Paul made some good progress in the bathroom, and I even managed to build the sink unit. And of course, Greg and I dug out the basement to connect the electricity supply. Although not before Nicole had cleared the way. Nicole even managed some gardening. Quite a lot of gardening, in fact. And each of us also somehow made return trips to the UK for work. And you may recall that my friend Joe had helped me start putting together the kitchen units. Nicole and I had made some further progress building units. And not forgetting Noah's vital contribution. And all that in the space of less than 4 weeks, with no childcare, while the arch was also being built and the RSJ installed. Whew. And breathe. Which brings us back to where we are now, with just a few days to go, and way too much to do until Noah's first birthday. Well, it's been one of those days. We haven't made huge amounts of progress. Although we have, in a sense, because we've got these panels up, so the horrible wall that was behind us is now completely covered, which is great. We still haven't figured out quite how we're going to make the actual panels look pretty yet. We've got the stuff we need, but not really sure of the pattern and how we're going to do it all. One for another day. We might just paint that tomorrow, just so at least it looks good. And then I have been finishing off the pointing here, and also behind me there you can see the light bulbs and also the other sockets down there as well. So there's about 7 of those to do across the different the kitchen and the dining room, which we hadn't got around to doing before. So I just need to now keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't go off too quickly and that I get it before it starts bleaching out. So now back on the kitchen, trying to figure out, because we've got the electricians, plumbers coming tomorrow, and I wanted to make sure that the units that we need them to plug in and figure out are indeed where they need to be. So that's all the oven there, and then fridge behind me. And again, not loving the IKEA instructions on this one. In actual fact, look at this. I don't think these bottom ones here, sorry, can you see? Yeah, those bottom ones just there should be there. They should be up there. But I think we can get around it with some shelving, which we have. So I think whatever happens, there was supposed to be a drawer of 40 here. So it kind of works because those are 40. So I don't think it matters. But according to the IKEA drawing, it doesn't make sense. And then that is thankfully in the right place up there, which is good. Yeah, I'm not sure. We've got a lot to do. I want to try and clear all of this out as well so that we've got a clear run tomorrow. We've got about 5 people working here in a quite a good, well, it's a nice spacious space, but when there's a lot of stuff there, it gets cramped. So yeah, I'm just going to crack on and hopefully make some progress. We'll see. Wish me luck. Well, making a little bit of progress. Yeah, really terrible instructions, in fairness, like how to get this installed, and obviously got electrics and stuff that need to be done tomorrow by the electricians. I can just pull that out, of course. Anyway, and then there was very little explanation as to kind of at what height you would put these. Anyway, I was just measuring this and then figured out, well, this is probably the right height once you've got the shelf on it. Which I'm about to put in next. And then we've got a slight more complication with the microwave oven because that is smaller. And they've said we've got 2 options. One is we put it so that the tops finish at the same height. And then you put a kind of a little metal strip, so you've got to find a little metal strip to go in there. Or you can have them next to each other and have them put a strip, finishing strip up here. I think we were minded to go for an aluminium strip in the middle here. And have them all finishing at the same height over here. But again, I guess we can play around with things and see how they go. But yeah, and yeah, still need to clear behind. I want to move that plasterboard lifter and all the crap there. The cardboard there. Yeah, and I don't know when we'll get the electrics. Probably not tomorrow, but maybe in a day or 2, in which case I think it's going to be quite fun to have some lights in here. Woo! Other than obviously the lights that I've made myself. But which is this? But actually I didn't make that, Kurt made that for us. But it's working, so that's the main thing. So yeah, a bit of an update. And this is drying. I just need to kind of probably scratch out a little bit more just to make sure it's not bleaching. But yeah, hopefully this will go a very similar colour to the other stuff. Yeah, sorry, that isn't a recognised technique. Don't do it with your finger. Scrape it out first of all with the trowel very lightly to get the top layer off, and then after a good few hours, once it's dried enough, you can then start brushing. We're not there yet, it's probably an hour or 2 away yet. But yeah, and obviously I've got to do all of the ones in the dining room as well. It's getting late. 9:45. Although it looks like I'm making progress, I've got a bit of an issue. And this is all boiling down to IKEA doing a really shoddy job of explaining which units need to go where. So the issue that I've got is that I'm accentuating the issue here, right? But if you look closely, you can see that this cupboard door, and obviously the one that would be here otherwise, I wouldn't be able to get this in, overlaps. And there's no way for me to lift this door up high enough so that it clears the oven. Now, I suspect, well, in fact, I know for sure, that in fact, the reason they put this 40 unit here should go up there is so that you don't get that issue, because of course then what you have is two widths of the structures, and that would of course avoid any issue. Yeah, I mean, when I was looking at it, it said 40. I just assumed, well, that's the 40 thing down the bottom. And actually what they were intending was the 40s at the top, which would have a shelf, essentially, halfway through this. So you'd be attaching one half of the door to one unit and the other half to the door to the next unit. Not a great solution either. So, I mean, as you can see here, we've still got some overlaps, and what I'm thinking of doing is to basically drill in. You can see here they've got holes all the way up, and to possibly drill in two extra holes just a little bit above these ones, and the same down the other, well no, actually just the same at the top, which I think would then lift these doors up enough to get the clearance we need. And that would probably be the best solution that I can think of. Not the best solution, but it's a solution. So I think I'm going to go with that, but I'm going to run it past the boss first. The next day, with John lending an extra pair of hands, we started work on the panelling.
It's as simple as it seems, the twinkle in your eyes, the way that time slows down when you kiss me, as we fall asleep in a bed of butterflies. Just close your eyes and then you'll see it.
Nicole then painted it before clearing the dining room, ready for the celebrations.
You don't have to cover up your scars. You're perfect, darling, just the way you are. So before you think to rip yourself apart, open up my heart and you'll find love, 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 love.
What is it? What's 10? Still going. Just been doing, bedtime with Noah. And that lasted until about 8 PM. Yeah, 6 till 8, and then 6:30 till 8 at best. And then had some food, relaxed with Nicole for about half an hour, did some work, and then back on it. Nicole's dad and sister are arriving tomorrow, so I really want to make a good impression. Her dad's never been here before. It's like, come to our completely, what a mess, but don't know, get a few more covered things on, it might start looking like it should. So, I'm going to try and put maybe 3 or 4 cupboard units together. Now, my stepdad John's arriving again tomorrow for the afternoon, so hoping to get a few more things done.
We left, it's been a couple of years, I miss you to death. And I wonder if there's anything left for us, it ended. You said that you meant it, but we changed. I know you're different, but I still feel the same. I bet we tell each other that it's too late to try and save it. We both learned our lesson. But if we're gonna be honest, I tell you that I miss you, that I'll do anything to feel you, but I won't. 'Cause we've run all that
Hey!
Regarde là-bas. Est-ce que tu nous vois? C'est difficile à dire, la vie sans toi. Est-ce que tu y crois? Je ne sais pas écrire, tu manques de toi.